It'll be interesting to see my blood work, but I think that I did some extensive damage to the inside of my body. From these TikTok gurus that always say that these IFBB pros are just taking absurd dosages, I wanted to prove that doing 750 milligrams of test N.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations, Mark Plummer.
Welcome back, YouTube. Your boy is off his YouTube break and we are coming at you with a brand new video. Now, we have so many topics to go over in this video, so make sure you sit back, relax, grab some protein bars, and make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because 76% of you are not subscribed, and I know that if just 30% of you just click a button that actually means nothing, I can get 100,000 subscribers that also mean nothing, but then YouTube will send me a cool plaque. Probably not, because they demonetized my channel due to my beliefs and what we kind of talk about, which is what is going to get us into the next topic. So today we're going to be talking about, do more drugs equal a better physique? And I'm going to be showing you guys the exact difference between 2022 and 2023. We're going to break down the exact cycle. We're going to break down my experience from both cycles. And we are going to show the ending pictures of each cycle. And you guys can be the judge. Is more drugs worth it? Now, just to put a disclaimer out there that my lawyer wants me to say in every video, I do not condone the use of steroids, research chemicals. Everything that I go over in these videos is things that I have done. I follow the specific rules of the country I am currently in, and this should only be watched as entertainment purposes, because you should be the person that makes the most decisions. You should not take my opinion. You should not take Greg Doucette's opinion. You should not take More Plates, More Dates' opinion. You should watch and consume as much content if you are planning to go down this road, and then make an educated decision based off of what everyone has to say. Steroids and personal enhancing drugs are so different from person to person. I did one cycle that ruined my entire teenage years because I started at the end of 18 and I exploded in acne. Now, I know a lot of people that have never got a zit in their entire life and abused the drugs to the nines. That's why I'm saying that one cycle could ruin your entire life, but you could do 10 cycles and live the most insane bodybuilding career that you've ever done. Acne Attack, black charcoal soap, as well as the whiteout. We are doing free shipping. Now, Intelligent Shop just came out with their new fragrance, Aragon. This shit is like the epitome of fall. And they are dropping fragrances left, right, and center. Carbon just came out, the H2O. This is perfect for different occasions. Use code MARK to save on that. Gorilla Mind also came out with Gorilla Mode Base. If you don't know what that is, you probably live under a rock. Like I said, guys, when you use my code for this shit, use Russo's code, use Susha's code, and I don't even fucking like Sush. Anyone that you watch that puts in effort to their content, that tries to give you something valuable, I want you to use their code. So I just really hope that you guys support the people that deserve it, and hopefully you can see through some of this fake bullshit that is always on social media. Now, going over fake bullshit, last thing, why have I been gone for so long? And the answer is Clomid, Novadex, and HCG. And I'm taking Cialis because I still got a girlfriend. This is called the Dick Pills on nextlevelsups.net. They have all the PCT stuff. I was on one of the most aggressive cycles, which we are about to get down on. And coming off of that and not going to a TRT dose, when I finished the show, I'm like, yo, I have surgery in 4 weeks. I'm so toxic. This cycle that I just did, it'll be interesting to see my blood work, but I think that I did some extensive damage to the inside of my body. Now, when we do Bigger by the Day, 2 months after my surgery, we're gonna push it even harder. but I need to make sure I get my health in check right now, which is why we didn't do a TRT. But having my hormones crash and my testosterone crash, and then taking a fertility drug like Clomid, I just like was so emotional. I was on sad boy TikTok for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. The PCT is done now. I think my hormones are kind of stable, and we are just gonna be coasting into the surgery. I decided that in 2024 and the Bigger by the Day, I'm gonna be giving a lot more back for free because I just wanted to support you guys the way that you guys have supported me. So we are going to be throwing up free training plans. Every time I do a specific training plan, I'm throwing it up on my website for completely free. Anytime I make a diet change or just my specific diet, I'm also throwing it up on my website for free. Now, I can't say that you can do exactly what I'm going to do and get the results, but it will give you an amazing baseline to follow. So enough rambling, let's get into it because I want to break down 2022 versus 2023. We did the contest prep in 10 weeks for both shows. We kind of eased into the drugs, but at 8 weeks, that was kind of the peak of the drugs. So we started the drug plan at 8 weeks for both of them. Now, this was the starting point for 2022, and this was the starting point for 2023. Now, I was in a much better starting point 2023, so that could possibly have skewed the end results, but I had a severe injury for the entire prep of 2023. I could not squat, could not bench, could not deadlift, and I could not do anything hamstring related or anything that folded at my back. Versus 2022, I could. And these starting pictures, I was the same weight of 224 pounds. And that's just really it. So in 2022, at 8 weeks out, the exact cycle was 450 milligrams of test nth, 100 milligrams of test prop, 300 milligrams of NPP, that is all per week, 1 milligram of Arimidex every 3 days, 50 micrograms of Clen, 10 milligrams of GW, and 4 IUs of human growth hormone. And that is basically what we ran up until 3 weeks out, and then we kind of dropped the long esters, just did the short, and we dropped the growth hormone. Now at the end of that prep, I was 194 pounds, and this is what I was looking like. I was lean, I was dry, but I was definitely on the skinny side. I felt super caved in, and yes, you are rewarded for leanness, but I did not feel like a bodybuilder because the goal, and as you can see by Bigger by the Day coming up, where I'm going to try to get to 260, is to be big. I want to be big, lean, and ripped. I don't really care to just be super shredded like these TikTok fuckboys. I want to be insane. So this is the end result. This is the stage pictures, and we did exactly what we could, and we won the show. Now, the show wasn't that good of competition, to be honest. 2023, from these TikTok gurus that always say that these IFBB pros are just taking absurd dosages, I wanted to prove that that was not the case. So in 2023, at 8 weeks out, doing 750 milligrams of test nth, 250 milligrams of test prop, 800 milligrams of Primo, 80 milligrams of Anavar, 50 milligrams of Winstrol, 100 micrograms of Clen, 20 milligrams of GW, 250 micrograms of BPC at 2 times a day, 500 micrograms of TB500 every other day, 1 milligram of Arimidex every day, and 8 IUs of growth hormone. So between 2022, we were running less than a gram of stuff for the entire show. For this prep, we did over 2 grams of substances, and this was the end result at 208 pounds. So mind you, we did a 10-week prep in both of these, and I ended up weighing 14 pounds heavier in 2023 than I did in 2022. Now, the real question is, does taking more than double the amount of drugs only indicate a 14-pound gain? Did I speed up the process? If I just did the same dosages, but because I've been training for the last year, would I have been heavier anyways? That is a question we will never know. But these are the pictures 2 days out, side by side, with about 14 pounds difference. Now in 2023, I can say I do look more like a bodybuilder. I look like a more massful guy. But in 2022, I just kind of look so lean and so conditioned that it did take away from the size. Now, I did extreme dieting in both cases. 2023, I did twice the amount of cardio. I was eating less food than I was in 2022. And I do think that because of the quantity of drugs that we took in 2023, it was harder to get in shape. You guys see these IFBB pros that miss being in shape on stage, and I do think that that is attributed to taking more drugs. I noticed that when we were taking more drugs, I had to switch the Arimidex more often. I actually added in Novadex a little bit because my estrogen was just getting out of control. I had to add in Caber, but then I took Caber out because I was getting super lethargic and it was messing with my serotonin levels. Then we were increasing the test, but then 3 weeks out we dropped the test, but then we needed to increase the probe, and then I noticed the different estrogen change, a different progesterone change, and then I noticed that I was holding more water. So it was so much more to deal with and so much more to handle with the extra drugs that you really did need an extensive knowledge base in order to combat what was happening from there. In terms of the mental state, it honestly wasn't that bad. In 2022, I forgot to mention at 4 weeks out, we did drop the NPP and we added Tren Ace in. The Tren Ace obviously does make you a little bit on edge, but I would say in terms of mental state, both preps were exactly the same. The more drugs really just messed with my physique and increased my side effects. I got more acne. I had that ridiculous BO, like I just started sweating and I would smell atrocious. And my estrogen was up and down, so I was super lethargic, I was tired. I never had erectile dysfunction, but you know when you get like the semi-hard and you're like, bro, like why is it not hard? That was happening all the time. So guys, I just want to leave it at that. I obviously do think that more drugs did equal a better physique, but with that said, I don't know if it was worth the extra side effects. I'll let you guys make your decision in the comments below, because I just wanted to break down the side-by-side comparisons, and we'll see how it goes. I've never done a real off season yet because I always had to make 198 for powerlifting or I had to make 198 for bodybuilding. But now that I'm going to try to fill out the heavyweight division, we're going to bulk to 260. We're going to take probably close to the same amount of drugs that we did for the contest prep. And we are going to see how big Sam Sulak looking we can get. I mean, we'll be bigger than Sam Sulak for sure because I'm 6 years older than him. But with that said, no, 5 years? Yeah, I'm 5 years. No, I'm 4 years. 4 or 5 years older than Sam Sulak. But we're going to push it. So thank you guys for watching. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's kill the rest of the 2 months of the year because we're making 2024 crazy. Let's go.